Hey, hi everyone. Today we are going to continue our MLflow series. So, in today's video, we are going to discuss about evolution using MLflow. Okay. So, I won't take your much time. Just want to give you a quick reminder. If you are watching this video for the very first time, so actually there is a playlist is going on in my YouTube channel, and there only this video is there, and it is a part of those videos. Okay, so if you are not watching from this playlist, I would like to recommend you to start from that very first video from that playlist, so that you will get the context of everything. Okay, even if you can see that these files and all everything is there, right? So these all files are coming from that videos only. So I'm keeping everything in one folder in our video playlist. Okay, so let's start. So first of all, let me create one folder here, then I will explain to you what we are going to do. I'll create a folder called MLflow Evaluation, so that we will be a bit separated from our other codes and everything, right? And I'll create a new py file, and then I'll explain to you what we are going to do today. So ml with evaluate, okay, .py. Okay, fine. So if I go to internet, evaluate, okay, and if I click on this evaluation, right? Yeah, what you can see now, harnessing the power of automation. Okay, manual manual evaluation can be tedious, error prone, and time consuming. So what MLflow did, they addresses these challenges head on, offering a suite of automated tools that streamline the evaluation process, saving time and enhancing accuracy, helping you to have confidence that the solution that you have spent so much time working on will meet the needs of the problem that you are trying to solve. Right? This is the statement that provided by MLflow in the documentation. And if I click on the actual code that these guys have provided, if I come below, this is the one. If I click here, it will send me directly to the documentation of MLflow. Okay, so now see guys, there are many parameters, as you can see here. Okay, many parameters. Now it depends on a use case how you are going to use it, because all parameter you are not going to use. It depends what scenario you are in and how you are going to use it. And I'm not going to explain to you what these parameters are. Like whenever I'll implement, so I will be using few of the parameters here, and I'll explain to you what all these parameters are. And others you can come to the documentation and you can again read it out, because there's no point behind telling you the same thing that is already mentioned in the documentation. Okay, so yeah, that's what. Now what we are going to do is that, see, in the previous sections, right, if I come back to my code again, and if I go back to this tracking basics, like this ML with MLflow video, like I had a video, right, where I have showed you how to build this. But you can recall, right, there we were calculating this MAE separately, R2 score separately, right? Then we were doing all this logging and everything. But as MLflow has mentioned, right? What they have mentioned that if I can, yeah, manual evaluation can be tedious, error prone, and time consuming. That's what we were doing. We were doing manual evaluation. We were writing the codes to calculate those metrics, loss functions, and everything, right? So instead of doing those tedious steps, using MLflow.evaluate, we can do it automatically. So based on the problem statement, based on the data set, MLflow will be able to automatically track all of the parameters, all of the matrices. They can log it very easily. Even they can do a test run also on your data. Test run in the sense, on the testing data they can do the testing, and accordingly they can calculate all the values and save or log in MLflow. Okay, so that's what we are going to do today. So I'll be writing some code today, and I'll show you how we can achieve that part here. Okay, so let me go back to my code base and let me cut all of it and let me start writing code. So for the very beginning I need to import few things, so let me import that is import pandas as PD, that I'll import. I will be using NumPy, then I will be using sklearn, yes, and then I'll be using from sklearn, but I'll be using regression model. I hope you guys know about these things, okay? About random forest and everything. If you don't know, you can let me know in the comment box also, okay? So yeah, and this I think I need to import MLflow, not customization, only MLflow, and import MLflow here dot sklearn, okay? I import warnings, so you need to ignore warnings, okay? Warnings and warnings the filter is ignored, yeah. So this is the steps is there which are helping me to going to help me to your ignore the warnings, okay? So I won't get warnings in the terminal, okay? Fine. Now I'm going to read the data. Now to read the data, the code is already there in my previous section, so I'll copy it directly from there. So I'll just take this one, because in this URL only we had the data, right? Okay. Again, I'm telling you guys, if you're watching this video for the very first time, please watch that playlist if you don't have knowledge about anything whatever I'm showing right now. If you know it, then you can follow from here. Okay. Okay, fine. So I've read this data, right? Then what I'm doing, I'm going to dropping missing values. I don't think there's a missing values in the data set, but I'll be dropping it now for the safe side. Tf.drop in is true. So I'm dropping it. Okay. I'm dropping all the missing values now. And after that, what I do is that I'll do some label encoding in my data. Because if I show you my data, right? If I do df.head, okay, and if I run my Python code, Python ML, I need to go inside that folder first. MLflow evaluation with the CLS. Now, if I run this code, Python ML with evaluate.py, if I run this code, yeah, this is the head has printed, right? Now what you can see, right, there are some columns like gender, race or ethnicity, parental level of education. So these kind of data are categorical data, and directly I can't fit this data in the model, right? And that is why I have to do some label encoding on the data, okay? And the label encoding code is also I have written in that videos only, previous videos only. So I'll again copy it from there directly, because I don't want to waste your so much time. Okay, so I'll just copy it from here directly, and I'll paste it here. Okay, and I forgot to import it also. I need to import that. So from sklearn dot pre-processing import label encoder. Okay, so I've imported the label encoder here, and this stuff is done, right? Now what I do now, I will do some train test bit. Okay, I do some train test speed, okay, on the whole data set. But right now what I do is that I don't split the x and y and all, right? Because right now I just wanted to show the demo how we can do automate evaluation using MLflow. So right now I will directly feed this data frame inside train test split to get my training data and testing data. Okay. So likewise I'll do that only. I get two variables train comma test. Then I'll do train test split. Inside the train test speed, I will pass the data frame. I will pass the test size 0.2 and the random set 42. Okay, fine. I'm done. Okay, so data splitting is completed now. Now I will start the ML flow, right? Because now from that part only our ML flow thing will start, right? So for that also, for that thing also, I'll come back here. I'll copy it from here directly, because that code is also ready, right? Yeah. So this is the code is there, right? I'll be copying from here. Yeah, so this is the experiment. I am providing the experiment name here. Okay, let's give like experiment evaluation. Okay, experiment evaluation. Okay, yeah. I have created one experiment, and now I will start the run, start the MLflow run, and I am passing the experiment ID. This experiment ID will come from this EXP. This EXP will contain the experiment name as well as the ID. So it will be able to fetch this experiment ID automatically, right? So once this thing is done, what I can do, um, let me just do it now. First of all, I will tab it because my automatic suggestion is working here. So I don't need this many things as of now. I'll be removing them. Okay. Yeah. I am passing the n estimator and the random state. So these are the two values that I will pass inside the model as a parameter, right? So, and I'm fitting the data. Okay. And right now in our scenario, we want to predict the mathematics score. Okay. As you can see right here in the data set, I have these values, and my target is to predict the mathematics score, math score in my scenario. Okay. I'm not doing any feature engineering or anything because that's not our motto in this video. Fine. Now I have this n estimator random state. I am calling the random forest regression. I am passing these parameters. I am dropping, like I am passing the x here. So I'm dropping the target column from the x and just keeping the target column in the y, right? So I'm fitting the data. Okay. And after fitting also I log the model. Okay. The fitting also I log the model also. So further what I need to do, MLflow dot sklearn, yeah, MLflow dot sklearn log model random forest model. So this is the name I have given here. Okay. So now what I am going to do is that I am going to find the artifacts URI. Okay, artifacts URI. Okay. Why I am going to find the artifacts URI, that I will explain later. Okay. But yeah, let me first get the artifacts URI. Artifacts URI in the sense path. Okay. This is the path of the artifact. Okay, so how we can get that one? So for that I need to run a command MLflow dot get artifacts URI. Okay, get artifact URI, and I need to pass, this is the this name. Okay, I need to pass the same log model name so that it can find out from my logs and all, right? Because when I run this code, you will see some folder will be created inside this folder, and it will refer this folder only that will be created soon, that will be referred by MLflow while showing you all the metrics and logs and everything inside MLflow UI. Okay. So now what is going on is, in my case I have created this MLflow that get artifact URI. So I got the artifact URI inside artifacts URI variable right now. And now what I am going to do, I am going to run the command MLflow dot evaluate. Okay. MLflow dot evaluate. Yeah, spelling is correct. Now what I pass for the very beginning, I'll pass the artifacts URI because it has to know, right, from where it will take the artifacts that you are passing. Next, what I need to pass the data set. If I go back to this one, right, if you can see, there's something called data. There's something called data, right? So, and if I come below a bit and if I understand what this data means, let's see where they mentioned about data. Yes, let me check the data. Yeah, put the model outputs in data directly for evaluation. Okay, as you can see, these guys are mentioned. Put the model outputs in data directly for evaluation. And I want to do directly evaluation here, and that is why I'm passing it in. Now what I'm doing is that I'm passing the data here. Okay, the test data I'm passing because it will take those test data only. Okay, it will take the test data only to do the testing, do the evaluation. Okay, whatever metrics we will get, right, that has to be performed on some testing data, right? So that perform thing we will do some data set, and that will be done by MLflow automatically, right? So for that I need to pass it. So right now I hope you guys can recall, in this test variable only, here I kept my training data, I kept my testing data. So I'll do the evaluation on my testing data, right? And that is why I passed here test. Okay, After this, what I need to pass? I need to pass the targets. Okay, what this is target is the target column name, because in this test I have the target as well as input features also in the same data set. So I need to tell the ML flow that what target I have, what column I want to predict, so that it can do the process automatically. So for that I need to pass this one, math score. So this is the target in our scenario. Okay, and then the model type I need to pass. Okay, what is the model type? Regressor. Because what we want to do, we are trying to do regression here. That is why I have kept regressor here. But if I go back to the documentation again, if I come below, you can see for both the regressor and classifier model types, default evaluator generates model summary plots and everything. My main motto is to show you these two lines: regressor and classifier model types. See, in your scenario, you have two problems, right? Either you are doing regressor or you are doing classification, right? So if you are doing regression problem statement, write regressor in the model type section. If you are doing classification problem statement, write classifier in the model type sections. Okay, fine. Now I have mentioned that. Now what I do, I will show, I will mention the evaluator equal to default. Okay, so what this default is, if I come back to documentation again, see, evaluator, what does it mean? This function evaluates a Python model or custom callable on the specified dataset using specified evaluator. Okay, so this evaluator will only run some function or something that will do the evaluation in our scenario, right? So there are two options we have. One is default and the one is none. Default evaluator behavior. Default evaluator, which can be invoked with evaluators default or evaluators none, supports the model type listed below. For each predefined model type, the evaluator evaluates your model on a selected set of metrics and generate artifacts like plot. And please find more details below. So what will happen? This evaluator will give me all the matrices according to my problem statement, as well as it will generate the plots also for us. Okay, so that we can visualize our data set, right? So it will do everything automatically. So right now it's not only doing the metrics and all, right, it's also generate the plots for you. It's doing everything for you, right? So let's do that. Let's see how it is coming. So for that, what we need to do, first of all, I will clear my screen first, and in the another power shell, what I do, I will try to start my MLflow server first, right? Because I need to start that one first. So I have started my MLflow server. Let it start. It started, right? If I click on this one, I should be in the page. Yes, I'm in the page, and right now I think there's some experiment is showing up, but let's ignore this one as of now, okay? Because this is what I was testing before. You keep it as it is, okay? Now I'll go back to my code again. As you can recall, right, guys, I kept the experiment name experiment evaluation. So that should be created now when I run the code, right? Let's try it now. I think this is running now. If I come back to another PowerShell, and if I run the code that Python ML with evaluate.py, it should run the whole thing now. Okay, it's running now. Can you see ML runs folder is also created here? And as you can see, this experiment was not there. That is why it has created a new experiment. Okay, and I got some error called evaluate got an unexpected keyword argument evaluator. Let me check the spelling if I have kept it wrong somehow. Actually, it was evaluator. Sorry, my bad. It's not evaluator. Um, so let me just have some changes here. Evaluators. Okay. Yeah. Sorry for that. I'll again clear my screen. I'll again run this code now. You should not throw any error now. Let's see. Yes, it's running now. Let this thing run now. Yeah, it's now doing it, right? See, sharp explainer exact explainer is used. Now you see some loading thing will happen here. Okay, now you see some loading thing will happen here. So what will happen is that now it will do the testing on my dataset that I have passed here in the test. It will be applied on that one only. Okay, you will see, so see, it's loading, right? That means on this 200 of testing data only it is performing the evaluation. According to the output, it will evaluate the whole thing. See, it took only 29 seconds to get this thing done now. So now we should be able to see the logs and everything in the MLflow page. Okay, so yeah, it ran successfully. And if I now go back to MLflow UI, if I refresh the whole screen, we are not able to see anything. Um, you're not able to see anything. Let me check why is that the case. Okay. Let me do one thing. Let me add the set tracking URI also, because sometimes it cannot do that. So what I'm doing, I'm adding set tracking URI so that it can track everything in that URI only where my MLflow is running right now. Okay. So let me just give that. Let me just copy it from that only. Yes, from here on I'll copy it directly. Just keep it here. Yes. Now I have provided the set tracking URI so that it can keep the tracking URI. Okay, so that it can do everything properly. Now again I refresh the screen. And another thing, guys, before going ahead, you need to make sure in your environment two things must be installed. One is matplotlib. Okay, matplotlib, and not and like an shap. Okay, these two things has to be installed in your laptop before running this thing. Still I'm running this code as of now. In my case it is already installed, but you make sure you will install those. Okay, so that or else it won't work. Okay, so now what I do, I will just run the code again to make sure we should be able to see everything in our UI. Okay, so we are able to see we're getting resource does not exist, could not find experiment. I did this. Okay, okay, fine. So I'll copy it again. I'll copy it from here. Okay, I pass it like this and I'll do CLS again. I run this code again now. Yes, it's running now. See, it's creating a new experiment now. Okay, it's creating a new experiment. Okay, now it's on. See, it's doing everything now. See, now SAP experiment is running right now. So now it will load the testing data set in our scenario. Okay, so let it do it now. Yes, now it is doing that. So it is trying to do the everything on the testing data that I have provided already. Okay, so it is done now. And I think it's almost done. Yeah, this is done. This is done. Now if I go back to my UI, if I refresh the screen now, yes, now guys we are able to see that experiment evaluation. If I click on this one and if I click on this one, there my basic details are there. But if I come below, right, can you see the model metrics? Can you see um all possible model metrics are logged automatically using MLflow Evaluate. Max error, MAE, MAPE, okay, everything, MOT, everything is logged automatically using MLflow. Not only this, if I click on this artifacts now, can you see something called random forest folder is created? Can you see something called explainer is created? So inside the explainer, it contained the environment, the requirement txt, the conda, shap, everything. Even the plots, right? They have mentioned that plots also getting generated automatically, and yeah, it's happening. If you see, yeah. So this is the plot. If I just zoom out, this is the plot how it is look like. If I click on this, so this is the plot how it is look like. So this all SAP values are getting showed also here in our scenario, right? So I hope you guys have understood that how we can use MLflow evaluation in our scenario to do automatic evaluation on our data set, right? So another thing, another part I would like to mention in our scenario. So I think, yeah, but now see guys, you can have a scenario when you have some custom metrics, right? Because see, these metrics are all created by MLflow, because these are our basic same metrics, right? They are not different. But what if you have some custom metrics? Custom metrics in the sense you have some custom Python function that will do some calculation, that will generate some metrics, right? If you have something like that, that MLflow won't be knowing about it, right? They don't know what custom function you have written. Even if you have some plot that you want to generate, that MLflow doesn't know about it, because they don't know what your requirement is, right? So you can pass custom metrics also in your code. You can pass custom plots also in your code. Those all can be logged also, and that we are going to do now. So what I do now, I'll click on this MLflow evaluation. Again, I'll create a new file called ML evaluate with custom metrics. Okay, .py. I create this one now. Okay, and I'll copy the whole thing first, because same thing I'm going to do here anyways. So I have pasted the whole thing automatically. But now what I'm going to do, I am going to write one custom matrix in this a custom Python function. Okay, I'm going to write that one now. So let me write that function here. What is the function? Is the function name is smooth Huber loss. Smooth Huber loss. Okay, so the function name is smooth Huber loss. So we are going to calculate the smooth Huber loss. Okay, this is a custom Python function. So what parameters it will take? First of all, it will take the evaluation df. It will take the evaluation data frame. Then one new thing that I'm going to pass, underscore build, not build, built in underscore matrix. Okay. Okay. See, what is this built-in matrix if you ask me? So let me first explain that to you. What is this? And let me run this code also, because it is automatically generated by my AI copilot. Okay, so this is some function. Okay, you guys can research about it. Okay, because right now I just wanted to show you how we can create some custom functions. Okay, but anyways, let me explain this built-in matrix. So what this built-in matrix will do is, in our scenario, when you are going to create any custom matrix or anything like that, there are two options you have. One is only built-in matrix, other one is underscore built-in matrix. Underscore built-in matrix means that is not there in the built-in. What kind of built-in? If I go back to my code, if I come back to overview, this all you can see, right? This all are built-in matrix. But if you give underscore built-in matrix, that means they are not at all included here. Something that is not been built in. That's what we do when we do underscore built-in matrix. Okay. I hope you guys have understood. Okay. And right now in our scenario, this is not a built-in matrix, and that is why I have passed that it is not a built-in matrix. Okay. That's simple it means. Now what I need to do, I need to call it here. Let's write it like smooth Huber loss underscore metric equal to MLflow dot models dot make metric. Okay, then we will pass the eval function, that we have created, right? The smooth Huber loss. This is the evaluation function that we have created. And another thing we need to pass, greater is better equal to false. What this greater is better means, if the value of this smooth Huber loss is high, does it mean it's good, or does it mean it's bad? In our scenario, this is a loss, so we always want loss should be low or minimum, right? That means greater is better is false, because we don't want greater is better, right? That is why. So now, okay, so I think we're almost ready to go. Now what we are going to do, we are going to come below. Okay, and only few changes we need to do. We need to pass one parameter let me tell the name of the parameter. That is your extra matrix. I need to pass the extra matrix equal to smooth Hoover loss. So I'm passing the extra matrix here. Okay, this is the extra matrix I'm passing, smooth Hoover loss matrix that I have mentioned here, right? And another one I have mentioned, right? That was on drawing something, like drawing some own plot, how you can pass those. So for that also I will show you now. So what we do is that we click on this one and we write some function, custom target scatter. So we have some custom target scatter function that will take the evaluation df again. Okay, it will take the built-in matrix and it will take some artifact directory. Okay, artifact directory, and yeah, and let me just stop this like this. Yes, and let me just tab it because my AI is already giving me suggestion, so I don't have to write the same thing again. And I hope you guys know everything about this code and all. I'm taking the true value, I'm taking the prediction value, I'm plotting the scatter plot, I'm giving the x label, I'm giving the y label, I'm giving the title also. Then I have to save the figure, right? So for saving the figure, I have given a name like scatter underscore plot.png. So in my artifact only, it will save this plot as an image named as scatter plot.png, and then it will close it. The simple is going on, okay? And then I need to return something, okay? What I need to return? Let's remove this close first. I need to return scatter plot artifact I need to pass this one. I need to pass the path where it is storing it, and that is why I need to save this variable somewhere else so that I can pass it in this one. So I'll create a plot path variable. I will save it. I will save it. Here. I'll pass it here. Plot path, and then I'll pass also here plot path. Okay. I'm passing the plot path. I think we are good now. Just last thing, I will change here. I will put custom artifacts because this is a custom artifact, right, in our scenario. So custom artifacts equal to custom target scatter. Okay, I have provided custom target scatter in our scenario. I think, yeah, I think we are good here, right? So all things are ready, and let's run this code and let's see if these things are actually working. So for that, let me run the code again. Evaluate with custom metrics. It is running now, and we should be able to see the loading also when it will do it. Okay, we got some error called math score key error. Let me check why we are getting this error. Math score key error. Okay, I think. Um, let me check why did we get that error. Okay, sorry, it won't be math score. It will be target actually. It's a wrongly generated code by AI. It should be target actually, and then it should work. Yeah, now it should work. Let me do the CLS because see, it's always a target. The name of the column will be target and the prediction. Okay, the actual name will be target. Now if I run this code now, yes, now it is running. Let's see if there's no error. Yeah, I see. Okay, we got again another error. Math score. I think. Let me check. I think same mistake I did here also. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I have to make here also target. Yeah, by mistake. Target, okay. I given target here. Now I'll again run this code now. Hmm. Let's see. Let's see. Yes. So now running it. Now say explainer started doing it. Explainer started doing it. Yes, it's doing that full process now. So let this one run first. Yeah. Yeah. So it took 34 seconds to get this thing done. Now it will just take some seconds to come up. Yeah. Yeah. We are done. We are done. We're done. Now if I come back here, can you see this is the one that happened? If I just refresh the screen 1 second to make sure. Yes. And if I click on this model matrix, if I click on the model matrix, can you see smooth eval loss? The custom matrix that I had created, right? That is also coming here, smooth eval loss, right? That is also coming here. And now in the artifacts, if I click on this scatter plot artifact PNG, so that PNG that you have drawn, right? That is also stored in the log here. Okay. So that's all I wanted to show you guys. I hope you have understood how MLflow Evaluator works. So thank you guys for watching this video. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.